Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Alpha Omega Daily. The subject of this video is it a good idea to have a child in your 50s? I had a baby son when I was 54. I'm now 58, he's 4 years old, you probably know him, his name is Harry. And in this video I'm going to discuss the pros and cons of having a child in your 50s. If you like the idea of that, stay tuned. When I came to Thailand, I had no intention whatsoever of starting a family. I was 40, what was I? I was 47 when I arrived here. And as time went on, I met my wife, we got married, and the idea of having a child came up. And now I'm 58. Some people would say that it's probably irresponsible maybe to have a child if you're 54 years old. My wife, if you're interested, is about, what is she? She's about 3 years younger than me. So she was 51. And to be honest with you, there's nothing, let's say, different having a child in your 50s than it is having a child in your 30s or 20s or whatever other time of your life you may decide to have a family. One thing I will say is that you have to keep yourself fit, because, you know, I'm 58, I'll be 60 in less than 2 years from now. And you have to keep yourself fit because, as you know, kids demand your time and your energy. And if you're not physically fit, you're not going to be able to give them the time and the energy that they need. I deliberately decided to record this video at this time of the evening. It is 6:15 p.m. so it's actually twilight. You see, the camera doesn't, or does, the camera probably gives the impression that it's a lot brighter than it actually is, but it's not that bright at all, to be honest with you. The lights around here are being switched on, as you can see. So, daily life, excuse me, daily life with a 4-year-old when you're 58 can be, daily life with a 4-year-old at any time can be taxing, but daily life with a 4-year-old when you're 58 can be even more taxing. But one of the things I did just after my son was born was give up smoking, and it's something that I didn't necessarily want to do. Do you ever? But I needed to do, so I did. I'm in the position where I work from home. This is my home, where I am now. My son is sleeping inside in the condo. I'm within earshot of him. My wife is not here at the moment, so I'm looking after him. There's the lights coming on there now, so even though the camera is giving you the impression that it's quite bright, it's actually quite dark. But the twilight that surrounds me now doesn't necessarily relate to any twilight that, or would-be twilight of my life, because I may be pushing 60, but I'm still very active, and I'm not putting my slippers on yet, lads, put it that way. So this is basically something that I can share with you to give you maybe the encouragement, maybe if you haven't started a family yet, if you're coming to Thailand, and you never know, you might have that opportunity. You might say to yourself, it's a bit late for me, maybe I wouldn't want to do it, but I can tell you it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful, obviously. I do think to myself from time to time, my son is now 4, so in 10 years I'll be 68 and he'll be 14. Yeah, it's doable. And in 20 years I'll be 78 and he'll be 24. You know, 60 is the new 40, am I right? I still lead a very active life. I'm still working away, and I feel If you know me from my other channel, The Big Picture El Panorama, I bring you interviews with Thai girls every night, and that takes a lot of energy in itself. So there's nothing negative in having a child in your 50s. Nothing more negative than there would be having a child in your 30s or 40s or 20s, whatever. I'd go further to say that having a child in your 50s, you are, I would say, I'm in a much better position to absorb the pressures and the stresses of parental life. You're more mellow as you get older, and you're probably less likely to react to stressful situations in a negative way. So when my son is jumping up and down saying I want this and I want that, yeah, obviously for an easy life you probably give in sometimes, but other times you can reason. You're more reasonable and, you know, more relaxed. That's what I would say. So I'm feeling very relaxed. I mean, as I said before, it's 6:15. It's now 6:20 on a Sunday evening, and Harry, it's unusual, but he's sleeping at the moment. He normally doesn't sleep at this time, but he's sleeping at the moment, and he'll probably wake up now at any time in the next hour or so, and probably be demanding of my time. And it's wonderful that he does that. But I tell you one thing, I wouldn't like to do it as a single parent, and because I've had the experience of having my son as a single parent. Let's say when my wife was in hospital for 2 weeks with COVID, I was trying to work from home, I was trying to take care of my son, the school was closed, he wasn't going to school, so I had him 24/7. And I look back at it now, and that was only about a year ago. I look back at it now and say, God, how did I do it? How did I do it every day? But, you know, it's a labour of love. That's all I can say. And if you've got a similar experience, or whatever your thoughts on this video or the subject that this video is, please let me know in the comment section. But all I'll say to you is, having a child in your late 50s is probably not that much different than having a child at any other time of your life. So there you go. If you haven't done so already, lads, please click that like button, click the share button, click the subscribe button, do all those wonderful things, and I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Thanks for joining me.